Show, brought to you by T&M Video in Summertown. All right, boys, what do you think about this boys' game tonight?
Well, since the last ball game, what's it been our record? Since the last broadcast that we've had of the Columbia Academy game, how the Summertown boys been doing, Bryan?
Well, we played 5 games since our last broadcast, and we're 4-1. We went to Nashville and played University School, and we won by 14 points. Went over to Hampshire and won by 19. We went over to Macon County and played a fine AA team, probably one of the best teams we've played all year. Played real well, but we lost by 8 points. And then we went to Perry County, our traditional rival, and anytime you go to Perry County, it's a tough game, and our boys fought back from about 17 points down to win the game by 6 in the 4th quarter. And then went to Spring Hill and played another fine team with lots of size, and our boys were able to pull it out again. I think winning by 8 at the end. I don't recall right offhand, but that makes our record 8-2 for the year, and a big surprise, I guess what you'd say, Eddie, about the Summertown Eagles so far this year.
I believe that's one of the things you could have said in the past, and I was truly surprised this year. I didn't expect our boys to do this good, to be quite honest about it, but I really was getting attached to this team. They're coming out, they're playing hard, doing the things it takes to win. They're doing whatever the other team gives them. They're taking advantage of that. They're not forcing action, and most of the time, every now and then they get a little rattled and get forced, but they do what it takes to win. Thus far, they've been able to come away, and let's not forget that we're 4-0 in the district right now, Bryan.
That's the main point right there. We're 4-0, 4 games left, and 3 of those are right here in Summertown. And that's just a big plus. It's hard for us to beat right here.
What kind of advantage do we have here in Summertown, Bryan?
Well, as you can hear the band in the background right now, I just can't describe it. As a former player and as a fan, you still come to the games and you feel just like you're playing yourself. The band's into it, the crowd's into it, everybody's standing. And the Summertown boys, they know that they've got the people behind them when they're playing ball here in Summertown.
An intimidating force for some visiting teams to come into this type of atmosphere, much like a college atmosphere many nights for the fans in the game.
Coach McVeigh, he likes to call it the pit, I guess. Got these walls up around here. Opposing players, they say they feel like the walls are closing in on them when they come to Summertown when the crowd gets into the game.
What's been the keys to this year's team's success, Bryan? Some of the players give a little bit of their rundown.
Well, to me, Eddie, we've been winning by hustle and scrap. We're playing hard defense, and we're just, when it comes 4th quarter, when it gets crunch time, our team rises to the occasion. You know, we led by 2 seniors, Chris Kidd and Mike Kent, both have 3 years plus experience. Chris, one of our leading scorers, probably 2nd leading scorer, and one of the most exciting players in the mid-state, I guess. And then you got a player like Mike Gent, just the quiet, the role player, gets in there and does his job, doesn't demand a lot of attention or doesn't demand to have the ball in his hands a lot, but he knows what to do with it when he gets it.
Also in the post area, we've got Jason Bertram, who's really emerged as one of the premier scorers in the district this year. When we've been getting the ball into him, he's been putting it in the basket and has developed a little touch around the free throw line, very uncharacteristic of a Summertown scorer. They would shoot free throws here.
That's right. Jason, he's 5'11" if he's lucky, and we went to Spring Hill the other night, and they had 6 or 7 guys that was in the 6'2", 6'3" range at least. And Jason scores 30 points on what most people call an off night. He just didn't seem to hit that high percentage of his shot. But when it got crunch time, we got the ball to Jason. He put it in the basket, and he got the fouls and just did his job.
We're getting some good leadership from the point guard. We're really seeing a lot of improvement this year in the play of Kelly Clark. Kelly in the past has been a person who's been called on to score, but he's got a different role this year. He's playing the point guard position and playing very good defense, and he's distributing the ball quite well for the players.
Kelly's doing great. You better watch out for Kelly if you're playing Summertown. He's the point guard, but the offense we're running, you might find yourself guarding Kelly down on the low post, and he knows what to do with the ball when he gets down there on the baseline. He's a good offensive player, but he's sacrificing his offense for the good of the team, which is a good team player.
Also, at the other wing, we continue to see consistently good performances by Jason Burleson, the 8th grader for Summertown.
Jason played the game at Spring Hill the other night. There was a couple of fans we were talking to, before the game. They wanted to know who this 8th was. About 3 minutes into the game, they turned around and said, well, this guy's smooth, ain't he? We describe Jason Burleson smooth, heady. He does what's needed. He can do it all, but he's not forced it. He just does what the team needs at the time.
He really provided a spark in Perry County, showing much leadership and maturity with a much older team. And he was called upon to play the point guard and really responded well.
If you haven't seen Perry County play, you don't know what we were asking of Jason Burleson that night. We had Kelly Clark and Jason Campbell, our first 2 point guards, pick up 3 fouls right at the start of the second quarter, and Jason had to play about a quarter and a half at the point. And Perry County knows how to put the heat on you, and they got a pretty hostile environment over there too. But you didn't see Jason Burleson get rattled. He kept his cool, kept the team in sync, and kept us in the game until we made our run.
What about the bench play this year, Bryan? We've got several players that came off the bench and really provided a spark, and many times you can't even tell the starters in foul trouble or out of the lineup.
We're so balanced. You're right, Ed. You don't even realize it. You got guys like Chris Hanna that can come in. He might not be the offensive player some of those other guys are, but he's probably a better defensive player. He can handle the ball. But Chris can score if you want him to, but when he comes in, you see somebody else pick up a little bit more offense, and Chris goes wrong, and he just pounding the ball. And then you've got somebody like Greg Burleson. Greg, don't get much playing time, don't get much credit, but when he comes in the game, he knows what his job is, and this team just pulls together. You got Kevin Hanna, backup postman. You got Ronald Skinner. Both those guys seen action at Spring Hill, and Kevin went to Perry County and played a great game, scrapping after the ball. Got the team fired up with diving on the floor after loose ball. Then we got players that play that don't even get a chance to play just because of the great balance of the team we have.
Left out our smallest player on the team, Jason Campbell, but he's one of the more dominating players when he comes into the game, Bryan.
That's what happens. Just like I overlooked Jason, everybody else overlooks Jason. You better not do that. Columbia Academy, our last broadcast, had something like 8 steals, 12 points. Jason's a good ball handler. He can shoot the ball. Jason just gets overlooked, and you better not do that, because he can burn you.
What's the key to the nice ball game with Collinwood? How do we need to shut them down? Who are the players to look for?
Well, Bryan Cruz, number 34 for Collinwood. He's usually a wing player or a guard, and he can really shoot the ball well. And so right now, with Collinwood lost a couple of their players, he had moved inside, and then you've got number 12, Jodie Ayers. I think he's a sophomore. He's a good ball handler, and he over at Collinwood, he seems to be able to handle the pressure Summertown put on him pretty well. And if he can handle the pressure here tonight, it'll be a good game. But if he can't, it might be a long night for Collinwood.
Well, that sets the stage for tonight's upcoming contest between the Collinwood Trojans and the Summertown Eagles. Back to you, Charlie.
You've been listening to the Eddie and Bryan pregame show brought to you by TNF Video of Summertown. This basketball game tonight brought to you by D&D Grocery and Center, High and Low Landscape in Summertown, Summertown Pool and Nursery on the hill of Pike, Community Bank and Trust, Scott's Grocery, Burleson's Garage, Poor Girls Restaurant, Hughes Grocery, Hughes Cash and Carry, Oakland Hughes Cars, Ray's Auto Construction Lawrenceburg, Bird Insulation of Mount Pleasant, Charles TV of Columbia. These sponsors hope you enjoy tonight's game with the Collinwood Trojans and appreciate you coming by and doing business with them. It's about game time, for the starting lineups. So we'll go to the public address announcer and Eddie and Bryan for our starting lineups.
First for the Collinwood Trojans, Collinwood got a big task on their hands tonight. They're a very young team. It's a tough place to play here in Summertown. And number 34 playing a forward is Bryan Cruz for Collinwood. And number 12 playing the point guard is Jodie Ayers. 42, another forward, probably center, Russell Craig. 22, Josh Bryan. And then we got number 20, I don't have his name.
crowd goes down.
Bill Reagan.
The lights are going down, and the crowd is erupting here, anticipating the announcement of Summertown Eagles. Number 22, a junior point guard, Kelly Clark. Number 14, the 8th grader, another wing player, Jason J.B. Burleson. Number 24, the center for the Summertown team, Jason the Showtime Bertram. Number 39 is the senior forward, Mike Jett. Number 42 is the senior leader on this team, Chris Kidd.
The lights come back on. Tonight's ball game is brought to you by Scott's Grocery. George and Kim offer a full line of everyday groceries. BP brand gas, cigarettes, and tobacco. We make sandwiches of all types. We specialize in pizza, and we make pizza in a variety of combinations. So order while you're there or call ahead. That's Scott's Grocery, 964-2306. Well, it's about tip-off time, boys.
Chris Kidd will be jumping center against Bryan Cruz for Collinwood. Who's going to get the tip, Bryan?
Chris Kidd, who else, Ed? Nobody can out-jump him.
Here, up, comes off to Clark, Kelly Clark. Brings the ball across the 10-second line. Summertown on the offense. Start the ball game into Kidd. Kidd lays one up and in.
Summertown opened up into a characteristic man-to-man full-court defense, trying to put a lot of pressure on Collinwood.
The ball kicked out of bounds by Summertown. Number 12, Jodie Ayers.
This is the key to the game right here. Can Collinwood handle the ball against our defense, I think, Ed?
There's a steal by Jason Bertram moving over into the passing lane, coming up with it.
Left wing to Clark. Clark, 18-foot jump shot.
There's the man we said, if you leave alone, he'll burn you, Bryan. He comes right back and he burns us. Did that shot count as 3? Just a 2-part. It looked like a 3 from where we were standing.
Collinwood back on the attack. Number 34, Bryan Cruz over to Bill Reagan. Bill Reagan working the point. Summertown in a sticky man-to-man defense over to Josh Bryant. Bryant's number 22 to Reagan. Reagan working the head of the point. Nobody can spring open. Goes down the middle. Cut off the 12-foot line in the lane. Ball is stolen by Burleson. Burleson over to Clark. Right back to Burleson. Bertram. Kelly Clark back into Bertram over to Jett. Jett puts up her air ball. Kidd tries to tip her in, and she's short.
That's a good ball move by the Summertown team that time. We got Jason Bertram. The Collinwood's opened up into a 2-3 zone. He's not looking to force action. Like I said, he's just been taking what's given to him this year, and he throws it out. We get a good shot. It just didn't go down that time. But that's fine ball moving on Summertown's part.
That's why we're 8-2 right now, Ed. We're taking what's there, not trying to force it.
Bryan Cruz puts one up. It's off to Bertram. Bertram bringing the ball off strong over to Clark.
Ball in the corner. There's Jason Burleson. Oh, he lets go of an air ball. Summertown must be really pumped up tonight, Bryan. That's 2 balls that we missed completely everything with.
We're pushing it just a little bit, Eddie. We just settle down just a hair.
Oh, get ready now.
Get it back. Back to Kidd. Back to Jett. Jett picks up the trailer. 6-0, 5.5 minutes in the first period.
Wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Yeah. Got the job done. Got the crowd excited too. Chris Kidd gets the ball on the open floor. They're thinking something's going to happen here.
Reagan throws the ball away, picked up by Clark. Clark holds up over on left wing. Kidd cross court, has the ball tipped out of bounds.
Down here on defense, prime example of the Summertown team play. Chris Kidd helps Kelly Clark. His man beats him. And when he picks him up, Kelly jumps in, picks Chris's man up, makes the steal.
Number 40 is Brandon Dixon. He checks into the game for Collinwood. Chris Kidd looks for 3. Didn't quite go down, and they left him open up there. And immediately, Dixon clears the board for the Collinwood. Jodie Ayers, number 12, is running the point for Collinwood. At Collinwood, he proved to be a very fine player out there. Proved to be a hard person for Summertown to guard, to say the least.
He's a good player, Ed. He can handle the ball, handle the pressure, like we said, just a sophomore.
Well, the battle going on inside beside Russell Craig and Chris Kidd down on Summertown end of the floor. They're really pushing and shoving one another. On the drive, Bryan Cruz drive, tries to go to Kidd, and Kidd reaches out, blocks. 4:41 remaining first period, 6-0.
Let's watch next time down the floor. It looked like to me Collinwood might have been at 1-3-1 that time.
It appeared to be some kind of zone defense, and the way they had it set up like that. Let's remember, too, Collinwood's lost a couple of players here due to some reason. I don't know if it was grades or what, but they don't have the same team. They lost their two big men inside, and that Bryan Cruz, number 34, is playing a post position, and when we saw him earlier in the year, he was one of their guards, and that makes a big difference when you have to move down that area. They lost a lot of height out there.
They lost the two biggest players they had on their team, that were rebounders and their inside punch.
They lost one man with a 15-point average.
That was Sean Moore, who made all-tournament last year. It's hard to replace people like that. Collinwood's doing a good job with this young talent under Coach Phil Willard.
Yeah, Coach Willard will get it done. If he has the time, he will turn Collinwood's boys program back in the right direction.
Well, the foul on Jason Burleson, that's his first. On a drive down the middle. His team's second.
Number 12, Jodie Ayers, that's a good matchup for Jason Burleson. That's really challenging on defense tonight.
That's right.
And the Cruz, 10-foot turnaround, give it to him. It's 8-2 with took Collinwood almost 4 minutes.
That was good.
For their first basket.
It was a good defense right there. If the guy can make that kind of a shot, he deserves the 2 points.
We're going to be in trouble if we have to let him have that all night. Collinwood is in a 1-3-1 defense down here. I wonder where that got thought of.
I believe they're giving the outside shot, too.
Coach Willard knows we have trouble against the zone, and more trouble against an odd front than we do an even front zone. Makes that passing lane just a little bit longer and a little bit tougher.
Over to Gent. Gent takes a 15-footer. It's no good. Ball taken off the boards by Craig. Collinwood sweeping the board right now. Back up the floor over to Ayers. Ayers shoots a 30-footer. Comes off no good. And he saves his own basket to hold one of his boys back over to Bryan.
Good hustle by Ayers that time. The ball just hitting the wall, and he jumps in and saves it. And there's a steal by Jason Burleson. He takes it down the court and dishes to Bertram. He's fouled as he drives in for the layup.
Foul by Jodie Ayers. That's Jodie's team first.
That was a good break run by Summertown that time. They had the 3 lanes filled, give the pass off to the wing like you should do, and they got the foul. We did have the layup of the foul. They decided to foul us.
Number 12, Jason Campbell, is coming into the game. He's usually our first substitution. He takes out Jason Burleson, number 14.
We're fixing to see some kind of spark, I'd say, right here, Eddie. It happens every time Jason Campbell comes in the game.
Seems like he is instant offense when he erupts. As Jason Burleson hits both of the free throws to give Summertown an 8-point advantage, 10-2, with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Ever who he guards, they're going to have a hard time, and he's on number 40, and he immediately makes the steal, and he's going to get the layup, and he makes it. Kelly Clark made a fine pass out in front of him.
Well, a block on Kelly Clark. That's Kelly's first, team third. 2:40 remaining first period. Summertown 12, Collinwood 2. Collinwood set the inbound in right rear court. Jodie Ayers, trigger man. Summertown in their man-to-man defense. Somebody going to get open into Bryan Cruz. Back over to Ayers.
Summertown starting to get into their rhythm. They're putting some pressure on the ball now. Really making Collinwood work on the offensive end of the floor.
Collinwood thus far has been a very patient team. They're not really forcing a lot of action. It's just their shots aren't going down when they get it. It looks like they've been well drilled. Just need a little playing time. Like we said, they're an awful young team. As number 20, Chris Hanna comes into the game, replacing Mike Gent.
We usually don't see that kind of substitution right there. We've got a guard coming in for a post player, but that just goes back to the balance and the versatility of this Summertown team.
Campbell puts up a 15-footer. It's no good. Taken off the board by Craig. Collinwood running. Ball's intercepted by Campbell. Intercepted by Dixon. Collinwood slows it down.
Oh, Jason, he's after that ball. He knows where it's going. We got him and Chris Hanna both in there. And going to be tough on the Collinwood ball handlers for right now for a little while.
15-foot jump shot by Bryan Cruz. He picks up his 4th point. Collinwood has 4, Summertown 12.
Cruz is really the offense that Collinwood has. They try to get him the ball. Him or Ayers are the two that you have to look for like that.
Yeah, he's the guy that if he has the game, Collinwood's in the game if he has a good game. So Summertown really needs to concentrate on keeping him shut down.
Jodie Ayers working the ball in front court. He's double teamed. As the ball fall out of bounds off of Hannah.
It's 12-4, we're up by 8. That might seem pretty good, but Collinwood, to me, has weathered the storm by getting by the first few minutes without letting Summertown get off to a real fast start.
Jodie Ayers on the low post to Bryant, and Bryant's foul. Foul on the drive by Jason Campbell. Jason picked up his first personal. That's a 4th team foul on Summertown with 1:11 remaining first period.
I agree with you about the weather and the storm there. We saw Collinwood play Waynesboro, a fine ball game, had a chance to win it, did not come away with it. Lost it by 1 point, but actually had the last shot to win the game. So you can't count this team out. They're young, and when they get fired up, they can play some ball. We just have to keep playing our game with them.
That's right. Actually, they probably would have won the game, Ed. We'll never know if number 12, Jodie Ayers, hadn't got hurt with about 2.5 minutes going the ball game. Had to be carried off the floor.
Yeah.
Well, the foul out on the floor by number 24, Jason Bertram. Bertram first personal, Summertown's 5th. Collinwood will be in the 1-1 with 50 seconds, first period.
Number 32 is Ronald Skinner, seeing his first action of the night, and he's replacing Chris Ayer Kidd, number 42. With 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, Coach trying not to get any fouls on his 2 senior leadership here.
I missed that. Was that how many fouls has Chris got? Was that on him?
I believe it's just 1 foul.
Each player has 1 foul. That's their 5th personal foul. Collinwood slipping back in it. They've cut the lead to 5. Cut it to 4, 8 to 12. Summertown seemed to have lost a little of its spark.
This 1-3-1 zone has got us a little buffaloed right now. We need to just keep working the ball and be patient, and a shot will come.
And Hannah puts one up, gets his own rebound. And they call a jump ball. Alternating possessions, Collinwood.
Well, we drove in and got the shot we wanted, and Collinwood was able to block it and force the tie up.
Jodie Ayers working out front, 25 seconds. Can't get anybody open. Over to Dixon. Dixon to Bryant. Bryant working to head of the circle over to Ayers. Ayers in the low post to Cruz. Cruz, 15-footer. Give it to a
fine shot right there. If we let him have the ball right there, there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to have to start getting around and denying that pass.
Got 5 seconds to go, and we call a what? Mr. Shelton here. 3 seconds to go. Colin would be looking to tie or go ahead in this game. Throw it into Cruz. He's open. He lets her fly. Almost banks it in. With the first quarter coming to an end, the score 12-10 in favor of Summertown.
High and low landscaping, Summertown. Larry McCrory's owner. High and low features all types of residential and commercial landscaping and yard work. They will plant any type shrub or tree and will do any type of yard work. High and low features grass seeding and will have a blower to cover the straw in the seeds. Larry greatly appreciates your business, so for a free estimate of any type yard work, call Larry McCrory at 964-3514. Raised vinyl and aluminum siding, quality work at a price you can afford to pay. Call today for a free estimate. Donald Jean or Keith will stop your house painting worries forever with vinyl siding, storm doors and windows, and seamless gutters. That's Raised vinyl siding, 762-0610, 762-0919. We also are an Alcoa dealer.
Play starts back up in the second quarter with Coach Nabi substituting freely. We got Jason Campbell, Mike Jett, Chris Kidd, Ronald Skinner, and Jason Burleson in the lineup here. We're trying to keep some fresh people. There's a fine pass in to Mike Jett who goes up. Doesn't quite get the roll to go down, but we have a foul call on number, looks like 34 for Collinwood. That's Bryan Cruz. That's his first foul.
It's only the team's second foul of the first half. Summertown inbound underneath their own basket.
Coach Willard definitely learned something from that first game. They tried to play Summertown man-to-man the first half, and we went out to a big lead. Then he switched to the zone the second half and made it a much closer game, and he's starting out with the zone here tonight.
Kid drives down the middle, and he's fouled by number 12, Jodie Ayers. By number 40, Brandon Dixon. That's his first, team third. And the kid, 15-foot jump shot. Give it to him.
Chris Kidd really been feeling much more confident lately after this little stretch of wins. He's really played well in those stretches. And you talk to him, and he just feels he can score whenever he has to, but he's not been forcing action. Let's give him that credit. There's Jason Campbell, another steal, driving all the way, lays it up. No good. Jason Burleson with rebound, count it. And we got a foul. Who's the foul on now? That's going to be good.
Number 12.
Number 12. That's Jodie Ayers. That's Jodie's second personal foul.
Yeah, getting back to Chris Kidd, he just got all kind of confidence right now. Like you say, you can tell for any time you talk to him, he's just a different person right now. I guess what they might say, in the groove.
Burleson puts up a 18-footer, and we have a foul on the rebound on Mike Jett. Pushing out on the rebound, that's Mike's first personal. Collinwood goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Collinwood made two substitutions there, and one play, Bill Reagan came in for Jodie Ayers, and then Coach Willard just must have wanted to make a quick instruction because Jodie's back in the lineup, and he really needs to be there for this Collinwood team to be successful.
Brandon Dixon at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. It's 16-11 with 7:12 second period. Second shot, it's also good.
Collinwood doing a fine job on the free throw line thus far, and I don't believe they've missed as of yet.
No, they haven't. They know they're going to have to convert when they get a chance to make those free tosses because they know they're a little bit outmatched for the Summertown team. This is just about the same as in the girls' game. The longer we let Collinwood stay in the game, the more confident they're going to be because I think we know we've got the superior team right now.
There's a fine pass by Jason Burleson, feeding a driving kiss kid down the lane. What a play by Summertown, resulting in 2 points. There he is with his hands on the ball again. We didn't quite get the steal.
Blocked by Mike Jett. That was crammed straight down to the floor. Opposing teams better watch out for Ronald Skinner, too, I guess, because we know he can dunk, and he went for one at Spring Hill the other night. It looked like his teammate was looking for him there on the break.
Number 20, Bill Reagan, checks in for Jodie Ayers this time. We get the ball inbounds to Mike Jett. He's looking to set up the offense out here with Chris Kidd. We'll work the ball around, trying to find an open cutter down lane. We've been real successful thus far against this zone. I believe they went to a 2-3 zone on us now. I can't really tell.
It looks that way right now, Ed.
Summertown showing good patience and waiting for their shot. Fine Mike Jett on the baseline on a fine driving power move. Give the assist to Chris Kidd.
That's 6 points for Mike on tonight. There's 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Summertown out to a 20-12 lead. Have a couple of substitutions in. Jason Bertram and Kelly Clark back into Summertown.
We got Jason Campbell going to the bench there after coming into the game, giving us 3 quick steals in such a limited amount of time there.
Yeah, Jason made immediate contributions whenever he comes into the game.
It's their offense, as he's known.
Collinwood picks up a foul trying to inbounds the ball.
Bryan picks up the foul. That's his first personal.
Pushing off on his defensive man down there.
Kidd at the line. The first one's good. That's 7 points for Chris already tonight. Second one's up. Give him 8. 22-12. We stretched a 10-point lead.
Collinwood's going to have to be careful here. Summertown's getting a little more in their pace here. We can just get a couple of defensive plays or like that right there, a turnover. Collinwood's going to have to really get it together. We're going to start playing our ball game, and they don't need to have that happen to them.
If he gets up into an up and down game, it's all over. I mean, Collinwood can't run with Summertown. That's one thing this zone does. It slows the pace of the game down a little bit, but if we can execute and get the shot and make it it won't affect us that bad.
That's Jason Burleson's 4th point as he stands there and knocks down the shot. Really working the ball well against this zone. They're getting their shot and they're knocking it down. Once again, been the success of this team all year long. Plus, they're working real hard on the defense here. As soon as I say that, a man gets wide open.
Well, Josh Bryant's wide open. That's his first 2 points of the ball game. Cuts the lead back to 10.
Summertown just spreading it out, taking their time, trying to execute the offense. That's why Summertown has been effective because of their execution and balance in the lineup. This balanced attack, and they just seem to execute the plays, and everybody gets a chance to score.
Fouls on number 42, Russell Craig. That's his first foul of the night, and they will send Jason the Showtime Bertram to the line for a 1-and-1.
First one's long rebound. We have a foul on the rebound. And number 22, Kelly Clark, is on the back for Brandon Dixon. Dixon goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Number 12, Jason Campbell comes back into the lineup, replacing number 22, Kelly Clark, who goes out with 2 fouls. Coach not wanting to get Kelly in any more foul trouble while he can help it. As we said, Jason's done a good job when he came in the first time. We don't lose anything ball handling-wise when he's in there. Jason Bertram drags another rebound. Runs the floor. We didn't quite have the break going our way that time.
That's great right there. He had the right idea that this wasn't quite there. There's our center in out there playing man-to-man defense 50 feet from the basket. That's just, our players just can play anywhere.
Brian Cruz for Collinwood converts on the play there. That's 10 points already for him. He is their offensive show is what we've been able to see thus far, Brian.
At this pace, he's on his way to a big night with 10 points with halfway through the second quarter. We're going to have to slow him down just a little bit.
We have had some defensive men on him at some times and just not able to stop that turnaround jump shot of his. It's Jason Bertram working hard inside. That's the first shot. Went up, got his own rebound, and took it up with some men on his back. He counted it.
He just got an uncanny ability in the lane, Ed. He's not the biggest guy on the floor, but he gets the shot off, and he seems to score when he gets it in there.
He doesn't seem to be that quick either, Brian, but he does a good job on the defensive end. He can guard guards, forwards, or centers.
Getting close to a 5-second count that time. The Summertown crowd started getting on the official a little bit. Chris Kidd steps in and gets the steal. Good play. Good ball movement. Pass it around, get the open man, and drops the shot.
When the open man gets it, he's got to nail the shot, and that's what happened. That's 4 points for Jason Campbell off the bench. Summertown mounted a 12-point lead here, 28-16 with 3:26 to go in the second quarter. Cruz driving the lane. We got a violation here. I believe the foul be on Mike Jett. That's correct. Foul's on Mike Jett. That's his second. And Jodie Ayers, number 12, comes in for number 42, Russell Craig.
I guess we can look for Coach McBee to make a substitution for Mike Gent. He usually does when he has a player pick up 2 fouls before the half. I don't see no one getting up off the bench this time.
Coach may leave him in there because Mike's been guarding. They've just switched defensive assignments. He's guarding Brian Cruz now, who picks up his 12th point on the night and en route to a very high-scoring night.
Summertown just goes about the game, and seems like in workmanlike fashion. Just teamwork and passing the ball. And the shot just wouldn't fall that time, in and out.
Hit the rim 3 times and didn't go down. That's fine ball movement once again. Almost another steal there by Jay. Oh, we got a man back door. That sometimes happens on that pressing man-to-man. A busted play is the worst thing that can happen because that leaves somebody open most of the time.
Wide open. Summertown not shooting nearly as effective now as they have in past games, or are not shooting up to their season average.
Oh, get ready, boys. We got a show here. Hit it! Oh, what a play!
Air Kidd to the rescue.
What about that play, Brian?
Oh, I loved it. So did all the other Summertown fans in the gym. As soon as he made the steal, they came to their feet.
What a play. Everyone knew it was coming down the floor there.
They directional picked up just a little bit.
I thought he should have went for two that time.
Two-hand jam.
Charlie, you missed the Perry County game. He rammed it two-handed over there with authority
and was intentionally fouled on the play, we might add.
We come back down the floor, though. Collinwood immediately finds Bryan Cruz, who goes in there and picks up his Mike Gent's third foul on him. So Mike Gent has to go to the bench here. Get ready for Summertown to try to squirt with 2 minutes to go in this half.
Our kid shows jumping ability on the rebound there, raking the ball off the rim. Jason Burleson needs to take that shot right there, looks like to me, Ed. He's
been able to hit it all year. Here going, he's on fire, folks. Let's put a three-pointer there.
Look out, Collinwood, look out. They better control it right here or get a basket or take some of the air out of this Summertown team.
Ronald Skinner gets high for a board there. And we're looking. Oh, he's got him again. Big playmaker. Lays the ball off of there. Fine pass by Jason Burleson and Chris Kill with a slam. Great conversion. Oh, what a play. Action's getting a little fast for me here, Bryan.
Jason Burleson.
Campbell just picked up his second personal foul.
Jason Burleson showed great vision on that play, Ed, where he passed the ball up there to Chris Kidd.
Time out on the floor. 1:23 remaining second period. Summertown 35, Collinwood 20. Burleson's garage in Summertown, Larry Burleson, the owner, has Union 76 products and all major brands of oil. They offer a full line of mechanical repairs, 24-hour record service, for business and home phone listed and phone directory. Larry's open 6 to 5 daily, except Wednesdays and Sundays. That's Burleson's garage in Summertown.
Josh Bryan nails the first of 2 free throws here to give Collinwood a cut the deficit to 14. He hits the second one. A fine-looking shooter, this Josh Bryan. We saw him play against the Waynesboro team.
Good shooter. He can fill it up from 3-point range. We saw him nail several shots over there.
Look at Ronald Skinner getting on that board there.
That was a good rebound by Ronald Skinner.
Didn't quite get the shot to go down. Collinwood trying to push the ball up the floor. Jodie Ayers at the point now.
Some kind of breakdown in our defense, man.
Reagan just threw that one up. He just threw that one up.
Somehow he got open down there. That's what I couldn't figure out. We got a minute to go here in the second quarter. Summertown trying to put the game away, but Collinwood refuses to be put out. Bertram on the move, baseline. Goes up. A charge called on Jason Bertram. Second foul on Jason that time. Throws the lane in there. Forced action just a little bit there. We need to work the ball a little bit more than that, I believe.
It wasn't quite there that time. Jason's going to have to just, he knows that he gets excited out there. He just tries to make too much happen sometimes.
Collinwood looks like they may be content to hold the ball to the end of the half. Try to go down less than 10, which would be a good strategy on Coach Willard's part, and that looks to be exactly what they're going to do. Unless they get some kind of layup here.
Let's see if they can hold it that long against the Summertown defense right now.
We're having a battle on the high post with Kidd and Cruz. They're battling tooth and toenail.
Down to 10 seconds. Good defense.
8 seconds. 22. Ball comes off the Skinner and we have a foul. Time is not out. It's still 0-0, but the horn hasn't sounded, so we still got time in the half. Summertown goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Ronald Skinner did a good job boxing his man off the glass that time, man.
How many fouls is that on Mr. Cruz? That could be a crucial foul for Collinwood. That's only his second one, but late in the game with virtually no time left, he picks up a foul there, so that could be a critical and come back home Collinwood, because he's been their offense throughout this first half.
That could be critical. You can see what Shelton knows about the ball game, because time is not out. He won't let anybody get on the foul line. He's calling the half over, but the horn hasn't blown yet, so we call it end of the first half. Summertown 35, Collinwood 24. Summertown Floral and Nursery, Lynn Gibson, owner, We specialize in floral arrangements of both silk and live flowers. We have balloon bouquets as well as shrubs, bedding plants, shade trees, and topsoil. We carry a full line of Christmas trees. The concrete fountains, bird baths, and picnic tables will decorate any yard. This spring we will have a large supply of mulch for your plants. Summertown Floral and Nursery offer free delivery to the area hospitals and funeral homes. Also a member of AFS Wire Service. 964-2161 at Summertown Floral and Nursery. Copeland's Used Cars, located at the intersection of Highway 43 and 20, is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Danny says, drive a little and save a lot. Copeland's Used Cars, 964-2299. Copeland's has a large selection of clean used cars at prices you can afford.
To give a scoring rundown of the first half, for Collinwood, Bryan Cruz led the way with 12 points. Jodie Ayers was limited to 2 points. Both of those players have 2 fouls. Josh Bryant has 6 points, Bill Reagan 2, and Brandon Dixon 2 for a total of 24 points. For Summertown, Mike Jen has 6 points, but he also has 3 fouls picked up. Jason Burleson off to a slower start, but playing well with 4 points with 2 fouls. Kelly Clark 2 points with 2 fouls. Jason Burleson has 4 points with only 1 foul. Jason Campbell off the bench with a spot, 4 points, 2 fouls. And Chris Kidd leads the way with only 1 foul, but 15 big points for the Summertown Eagles.
We're about set to start the third quarter of play. Summertown has the 11-point, 35-24 lead. Collinwood set the inbound on the alternating possession. That was the third quarter.
That's a quiet 15 points to me for Chris Kidd. It didn't seem like he quite had that many. I was kind of surprised to see that total.
I thought it's more balanced scoring than what it was like that, but Chris did. And there's a neat steal, but Jason Burleson feeds it back to Kelly Clark. Oh, we blow a layup. But it's a good way to start the second half. Let's see if Summertown can pick up his tempo and get them in a run-down game.
That was the ideal break right there. We done everything right except for make the shot.
Well, there's a lot of pushing and shoving being going on inside. And what we got a call here, looks like a offensive foul call on number 34, Bryan Cruz for Collinwood, and that's his 3rd foul. A crucial foul for Collinwood, possibly. He'll have to settle down a little bit in there.
I believe that was just the one the referee seen. They were both battling pretty good in there. I was afraid we was going to get the foul on Chris.
They've been leading at a 45-degree angle the entire ball game.
Collinwood back into that 1-3-1 zone defense initially. It falls into a 2, and there's Mike Jen who faces up, and that's the way you can beat a zone. If you can nail that shot, it's going to pose problems all night. That's 8 points for Mike Jen off to another quick start. He likes these televised games, doesn't he, Brian?
He seems to have his better scoring nights when we're on the air. Mike can nail that shot. He just don't look to shoot that often.
Well, he's doing the work underneath the board. You know, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, he doesn't worry about it. A characteristic of most players on this team. Probably having a little trouble working the ball around. Jodie Ayers now with it on the wing, trying to get it inside the Cruz. But
Summertown's got them a little rattled right now, I believe. They got to push way out of their offense.
They are showing patience, though. They're not just panicking and going one-on-one just yet.
Let's watch Cruz and Kidd. Just as I say that, Cruz breaks loose. They really having a battle inside.
Chris played some good defense that time. He just didn't get anybody to help him out on the backside. And Chris nails a jumper to answer down here. So the 2 leading scorers for the team getting off to a hot start on the second half here.
Ronald Skinner, I think, fixing to enter the game for Jason Bertram. I don't think Coach is quite happy with some of the things happening on the floor right now.
Chris Kidd picks up a foul. That's his 2nd foul as he went for the pass and overplay. And you're right, Brian. Ronald Skinner, number 32, comes in for number 24, Jason Bertram. Excuse me, I get these names mixed up. Looks like he missed some backside defensive help down there, and Coach just doesn't like that, especially with Cruz being off to the hot start he is. There's another rebound by Chris Kidd.
Good outlet pass by Chris Kidd, too, all 3/4 length of the court. Jason Burleson drives baseline, but kicks it back out to Clark. Summertown really working the ball good. Get it into Ronald Skinner. And he
Skinner had the ball roll off his leg. He was guarded on 3 sides at the trip. Summertown into a man-to-man. Dixon over to Reagan. Bill Reagan bringing the ball up to the Collinwood Trojans, closely by Clark.
Ronald Skinner getting more and more playing time as the season goes along. Seems like they had, I guess, Coach trying to get him ready for down the stretch.
Well, he came in the first half and drug down 3 rebounds for us there in a limited number of time. He's using his height well to his advantage. But this needs to get a little more comfortable on the offensive end. Look out. We got another show coming up here. Showtime in Summertown, Tennessee, as Chris Kidd takes the ball into the boy and plays a little stufferino.
A two-handed jam that time, man. We're getting a variety tonight. 2 in 1 game.
And the crowd is suddenly erupts. Listen to that crowd getting to the game here, folks.
That's what they come to see. Come to see them run and gun.
Bryan Cruz once again answers just as he did in the first half. He's a fine player.
16 points already for Bryan. Bryan and Chris are taking the lowest scoring load for both teams tonight.
Having a shootout.
He's looking for a 3. Didn't get it. Oh, Mike Gent falling. Good rebound by Brandon Dixon that time for Collinwood.
Looked like Mike Gent's whole hand was up above the rim that time. He was ready to tip the ball back through. Just bounced a little too high.
Coming down on a good overplaying defense there still on everybody jumping out trying to help out. Collinwood still being very patient. They just got a couple bad breaks here.
Yeah.
Mike goes for a rebound, drags it. He gets fouled from behind. Who's that foul called up there?
Number 40. Dixon, that's his second personal.
40. He's came off the bench and done a good job for Collinwood tonight, too. He wasn't a starter, but he's played most of the game, doing a good job inside on the boards for the Collinwood team. As Summertown opens up a 13-point lead, looking to expand that. Jason Burleson eyes a 3. Down it, folks, as he nails it home.
Jason Burleson.
Long pass.
Oh,
What was that? Oh, what a block. What a cover.
his hand was above the square, Eddie. I see that.
Oh, that's the play here. Looks like a reach-in foul on Bryan Cruz. Oh, this could be a real critical play for Collinwood here. That's his 4th foul.
Chris got burned on the long pass, but when he got the talent he's got, he was able to make up for it and reject the shot.
I believe it was above the square.
He was high.
Got a reach-in foul on Bill Reagan. He tries to prevent Jason Burleson going to the line. That's Bill's first foul there. But you're right. When you have that ability, you can afford to go to sleep every now and then. I'm sure Chris would rather not went to sleep to start with. We missed Jason Burleson on play low, but Chris Kidd wants a 3-pointer. Why do we want the layup there? He's on fire, Bryan.
He's burning up. 20 points. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
A smart play for Summertown would be to try to get the ball to Chris down low, as Bryan Cruz has 4 fouls on him, and he has been the offense for Collinwood thus far. Bill Reagan taking in forcing action. It looks like Kelly Clark's going to pick up a foul on that. Guess that's right, and that's Kelly's 3rd foul. With that, Jason Bertram will come back into the lineup, and he's replacing Ronald Skinner, number 32.
Feel like Kelly had pretty good defense that time, just got just a little bit too much body into him.
Yeah, that's a fine move on Reagan's part. His team down a little bit, he takes it to the goal trying to make something happen. A good, smart play by the Collinwood point guard. Ball goes out of bounds. I believe the ref's confused. He hollered white and pointed the wrong way, so we're all right. We've got the ball here. Gets a few of the vocal fans a little riled up there.
Could be bad news for Collinwood. I see Chris Kidd hit a 3-pointer and Jason Burleson. If those two get cranked up from the line, now Kelly Clark goes for one.
Oh, he didn't quite get it.
He thought he had it. He took off back down the floor. Good defense.
There's an outlet pass. Look at this pass.
What a pass! Oh, what a pass by Jason Burleson. No look pass, caught it and passed it all in the same motion.
Knew it was there while it was coming down. What a player. Suddenly Summertown has a 20-point lead here.
That's 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and we've just exploded on them, man, it seems like.
And we drag another rebound here by Jason Bertram. Brings it down the floor, and we're setting in an offense. Good pass by Mike Jett. Oh, a fine play by Cruz, going away with 4 fouls there. Fine defensive play.
Yeah, that was gutsy right there. He's got 4 going after the layup. He could have very easily picked up a foul on that play.
But number 42, Russell Craig comes in. He replaces number 20, Bill Reagan. Number 12, Jason Campbell's coming in for number 22, Kelly Clark, trying to keep Kelly out of foul trouble and also giving him just a little rest. With coach substituting freely here as Chris Hanna, number 20, is coming in for Jason Burleson, who's been on fire as of late. So Coach McBee using the substituting very freely here, trying to get everybody some playing time, keep some fresh people in.
Trying to get our bench worked up and get them ready for the stretch run, I think, Eddie. If we can get our bench going, we could go a long ways in the tournament.
That bench player can go about any time. Jason Campbell with a shot immediately after coming into the lineup.
This is why Summertown can play and beat much bigger teams. They get the game into such a fast pace, takes big players right out of the game.
Well, the thing about it, you saw Mike Gent there, and Mike's probably considered one of our poorest ball handlers. He's dribbling down the floor with clean legs there. And so when you got 5 guys that can go up and down, it really doesn't matter like that.
The positions, yeah, don't mean a thing when you got players like that. Chris Hanna,
go ahead.
Picked up a charge on the play, drove into the basket. Goes for a steal, but doesn't quite get it. Jodie Ayers brings it on up the floor for Collinwood. Quick hands by Jason Campbell.
1:54 left, third period. Summertown 51-29. Collinwood set the inbound right front court.
Made it tough on them getting it in there. Had to be getting close to the 5 count.
Chris Hanna in the game. What's the defense? That's what he's in there for, and he knows that. He really gets after it and tries to put a lot of pressure on the ball. He had a rough time with this fellow at Collinwood, but he's doing a much better job than that. Into Russell Craig, who turns for the jumper. No good. As Bryan Cruz again going aggressively for the rebound. And we've got
Chris Hanna on the elbow, I think, man.
I believe that's what he called there. That's his second foul. He got a charge while he go down the floor.
14 fouls for the Eagles this half.
So they'll be in the 1-1 from this point on, Collinwood will. And they have been pretty deadly up the line. There's Cruz still continuing to battle. A fine shot by Bryan Cruz.
Nice shot.
That's 18 points for Cruz so far, less than 3/4.
If we can pick up Cruz's 5th foul here, I believe it'll be all over for Collinwood.
One would sure think so. There's some good position by Bertram. Goes up. No good. Well, who's the foul on here? I believe it's 42. Yes, Russell Craig for Collinwood. That's his second foul in there.
Jason Bertram, he just powered the ball to the basket that time. Didn't seem like there was an opening, but he found one.
Jason not one of the better jumpers on the team, but he uses his body very well, proving that if you get position in there, it doesn't really have to have a lot of jumping ability. Just get your position, get some power. 32, Ronald Skinner replaces number 42, Chris Ayers, getting a rest for the stretch run. And number 44 for Collinwood, Bill Monroe comes in.
Chris gonna get this minute and whatever rest, I guess, get ready for the 4th quarter.
8 points for Jason Bertram so far.
Chris Hanna working hard, making the ball handler really work to get up the floor.
His job there is to make the ball handler change directions as many times and try to make him where he cannot look up and look for the open pass. And Chris has been doing a pretty good job of that. Many people don't realize, but in order to play good defense, you just have to keep your man from the goal. You don't have to take the ball from the man.
Good play by Chris Hanna. He reached around and slapped the ball out of his hand and went off his face, I think.
I thought it was a good call that time by the ref. Provided that there was no foul committed or anything. Right. It did go off Mr. Ayers' face.
But do you think we'll try to hold it for one shot here with 40 seconds to go in the fourth?
I think we're going to let it fly, right? We got instant offense in with 10 points. No, we're not going to hold that ball.
10 points for Jason Campbell off the bench. You get double figures off the bench, you're doing a job.
There's only 8.
We got a mistake. 8 points. 8 points. There's a blind screen set. Pretty good play by Collinwood, and Chris Hanna goes crashing into Bryan Cruz to pick up his 3rd foul there.
Chris's teammates got to give him some help right there. If you're playing defense, you can't see that backside screen.
That's right.
And they got to holler and tell him to watch out.
It should have been 5 team fouls. We should have been in the 1-1.
Oh, we got a fourth call here. What's the call now? 34 for Collinwood is Bryan Cruz, and that should be all for Mr. Cruz here. Coach Willard's highly upset. He's going to give him a technical off this one right here.
I believe he's taking this advantage just to take out his frustrations and try to work the referee for the rest of the game. He's hit with a double technical.
I guess that ref displaying a lot of authority here in front of all the people here. Most time you don't get a technical that quick, but he might have been saying something Mr. Ref didn't appreciate.
I kind of read his lips on one of them, and it's not something we want to say on TV. I know that.
So with the foul, my Jim will go to line to shoot a one, then there will be 4 foul shots to go with. So I didn't quite get the 1-1 to go down, so now we're going to have Jason Campbell going to the line to shoot the technical foul.
Jason's normally a good free throw shooter. I wondered whether that post went in before I said that.
Come on, Bryan, have some guts now. Stick your neck out. He converts the first one. Leaves the second one short. Are we going to take turns? Chris Hanlon wants to shoot it. But no, we're going to leave Goob at the line to shoot him. There's 2 out of 3. One more for 75% of them. Then Summertown will receive the ball on the side there. So major offensive play here for Summertown.
Well, we jumped out to a 27-point lead here, Ed. It didn't seem like it took no time at all. We just, things going our way right now.
You can tell Summertown come to play tonight because the players are wearing mouthpieces. First time I've seen the Summertown team wear mouth guards.
Oh, we got 5 seconds to go, and Josh Price going in for 2. He gets it at the buzzer. As the third quarter comes to an end with a score of Summertown 58, Collinwood 33.
Bird Insulation, Highway 43 in Mount Pleasant. If you're building a new home or repairing an existing house, you need to be in touch with Bird concerning the insulation. They're qualified to handle TBA projects also. Bird also offers radon testing and mitigation at your site. For the best quality work with the most experience, contact L.W. Bird, Ricky Thompson, or your local Lawrence County representative, Doyle Perry, to fulfill your insulation needs. Call 379-5562 or use our watch number 1-800-223-3061. Bird Insulation. Well, we're about ready to inbound for the fourth quarter. Summertown brings the ball in. Kelly Clark back into the ball game. Skinner's on the high post over to Campbell. Campbell on the left wing. Burleson. Burleson driving the baseline. Cut off. Back out to Clark. Clark across the middle. Puts up a 5-foot jump. No good. Battling the ball around. Coming back to Summertown. Off a Collinwood player.
What about that lineup we got in there, Bryan? I see a 3-guard lineup being ran.
Yeah, 3 guards, I guess. That would do. Kelly Clark, I guess he's moving down to the forward position. I don't really know.
He's running the point guard position right now, but Collinwood has switched to a man-to-man defense, to my surprise here. I guess Coach Willard trying to get in a little practice against.
I'll be very surprised if it works.
That's 24 points for Chris Kidd so far.
I don't know what his career high is, but I'd say he's getting pretty close to it.
Fine shot by Brandon Dixon, number 40 there, who pulls up and nails the shot.
I don't know how he got so open over there on the wing, about 15 feet. We usually don't allow.
Steps back behind the line and give him 3.
Is that confidence? Is that confidence right there, Ed? That's a 17-footer, and he steps back behind the 3-point line.
63-35. Jason Campbell picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Just didn't quite get there. He just didn't quite get there in time to establish his position.
Once again, having the right idea of trying to cut the man off from going to the baseline, but as you said, he didn't quite have the position for Brandon Dixon to be going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Hustling mistakes or hustling fouls. You won't hear Coach McBee say anything about those. But the guy's trying to do his job. He's working. He's going for it.
That's his 5th point.
Collinwood once again doing a very fine job at the free throw line. They're not missing many of those when they're given an opportunity.
Brandon has his 6th point. 63-37. 6:40 remaining in the fourth period. Kelly Clark working ahead of the circle over on the right wing to Burleson. Burleson has the ball tipped out of bounds by Jodie Ayers.
That's a pretty long pass to throw that corner, isn't it, Bryan?
Yeah, we need to take the ball just that way, just a little bit from the top of the key before we try to make that pass. Gives the defensive man just a little bit too much time to jump into the passing lane.
Good pass by Kelly Clark to Ryan Skinner, who lays the ball in. Fine give and go that time.
Nice play. Nice play.
Jason Campbell is going to pick up another foul here, and that's his fourth foul. You can tell he's been always around the ball because he picked up some fouls, and now really getting in there and aggressive. He got caught that time moving, and the man stopped in front of him, but nevertheless, he made contact and gained an advantage, so the ref had to blow a whistle on that. Brandon Dixon going to the line looking for his 8th point. He gets the first one. Jason Bertram, number 24, is coming back into the lineup. He doesn't know who for as of yet, but he's taking out Jason Campbell, number 12.
You don't reckon Jason Bertram forgot who he was going in for the time he left the scorer's table?
I bet he didn't even know. He just knew he was going into the game. He's all excited already.
It just took off.
He's playing some wing now, Bryan. He's been wanting to try some of that all year. Drives the baseline, and looks like number 22, Josh Bryant, picks up his second foul, and that will send Jason Bertram to the line. He's been a little quiet tonight, but you notice he's been moving the ball around. He's still been playing the defense, so you can't afford, to gripe about something like that.
Unselfish. He had 30 points the last outing, but tonight he's not in here forcing it, trying to get another 30. Doing what the team needs.
That's his 9th point so far.
Looks like Show knows free throws over there.
He definitely has improved a lot.
10 points on the night for Jason Bertram. 6:15 remaining, 67-39.
I sure would like to get 3 slams in one night.
Dixon's been shot on fire here lately. He's trying to bring his Collinwood team back.
That's 10 points for Dixon.
He's doing a good job. Also, he's guarding the point guard and doing a good job out there on Kelly Clark. That's one of the toughest defensive positions on the floor. Jason Burleson drives the baseline. Jodie Ayers picks up the foul, and that's his 3rd foul. That's the first one he's picked up since the halftime there.
Kind of getting kind of ragged down here on our offensive end. It seems like Collinwood has kind of quit moving their feet and just started doing a bunch of slapping and knocking instead of trying to play good defense.
Summertown not using his head this time. We've got everybody on the free throw line. If Collinwood will watch it, they'll be able to get some snowbird out of this and be able to get it.
Grayson scored his 11th point.
Jason Bertram got the rebound and had an open shot. It threw it a little too high off the board. Usually makes those shots from right there in front. Kelly Clark with the steal. Unselfish.
That's a fine-looking play that time. Kelly Clark stealing the ball, had the layup, gave it up to a wide-open player. Number 14, Jason Burleson, picks up his 2nd foul. That will send Brandon Dixon back to the free throw line again for Collinwood. Brandon in double figures tonight.
I'd just like to go back to that last fast break. You wouldn't see that at too many schools. A guy out in front with a layup, a sure layup or a foul, and he gives it back to his teammate for a wide open layup. That don't happen everywhere.
That's a good comment there, Bryan. This is a real unselfish team thus far. There's Ronald Skinner getting on the board. That's his 4th rebound and limited playing time tonight.
Kelly Clark going one-on-one, dishes to Skinner.
Burleson with a rebound, gets the shot off. It doesn't quite drop for him.
Nearly steals it. He knocks it out of bounds.
Coach McBee still hollering as if it's a 2-point ball game down there, Bryan. He really wants these boys to play hard no matter what the score is.
He's not going to let up on him. He knows he's got a good thing going right now.
Number 20, Chris Hanna, checks back into the game. Seeing some more action tonight as Jason Burleson takes a rest on the bench. Jodie Ayers tries out of the way. Somebody forgot to help out that time.
Poor defense right there. Clear out. You never clear out a side. You always stay back to help your man.
Kelly Clark pulls up. Bounces a couple times, getting good, but I believe we got Ronald Skinner crashing the board. Yes, he's going over somebody's back there.
We can't say too much about that foul. I thought Kelly Clark got away with a pretty good forearm when he penetrated the lane that time.
That's Ronald's first foul, and he's been all over them boards tonight, just in limited action. He was going for his 5th rebound there, but he's really looking better tonight. Every time I see him, I think he gets a little bit better there, Brian.
You know, we're down here in our competition level now. I think other than out up Spring Hill, they're single A, but not for much longer, I don't think. And they had some big old boys, and he was in there fighting and scrapping. Just didn't quite have the strength to stay with them, though. He's looking much better tonight, as you said.
Number 10 is Ron Mcwilliams. He's checked into the Collinwood lineup, and he's at the free throw line now. He made the first of the 1-and-1. Going for the second, he nails it. Meanwhile, number 30, Mike Ginn, has replaced Ronald Skinner in the lineup. So Coach McBee once again trying to get everybody time. Jason Campbell back in. Running the point guard position, looking for some more points. Drives the lane, counted for good.
Fine shot.
13 points off the bench for the instant offense coming off of that.
Pretty close to his career, I'd say, too, Ed. I don't remember too many games him being up that high.
There's Dixon once again getting on the board. He's really coming in there to play tonight, Brian.
He's really looking good. He looks like a fairly young player.
Yes. Collinwood's players look very young to me. There's a fine-looking shot by Chris Henry. Rises up and shows people he can make a shot out there like that.
I'm glad to see Chris get that one go down. He's been having a little tough luck on his shooting. Tough luck on that foul right there, too, I guess.
That's his 4th foul in limited action he's seen, so.
Does that say something about our defense coming off the bench there? Our first 2 guards off the bench score fouls apiece.
They really get after it, though.
Yeah.
Chris Kidd coming out of the game, and listen to the ovation he's getting from the crowd here. That may be his final action for the night. I don't know.
It is. Nice job for Chris tonight.
There's Jason Bertram with another rebound. That's his 8th rebound on the night. He's the leading rebounder for Summertown. And there's Jason Campbell dribbling around 3 Collinwood players, and he maintains possession of it. Brandon Dixon, number 40, picks up his 3rd foul, and El Sangood to the line to try to convert for 1-and-1.
Jason been at the line the whole second half, seems like. He's there every time we turn around.
Nails the first of the 1-and-1. Number 52 is Kevin, the hard-head Hannah, coming in, and he's going to replace Jason Bertram, who he's going to sit down for a night. He finished with 8 rebounds and another fine showing by the junior. Jason Campbell hits another shot, running his career total up. Trying to play some good defense on Jodie Ayers now. Doing a good job on it.
We held him in check tonight, Ed. I don't recall him scoring very many points.
He only had 2 at halftime. He's got 4 total now. And down at Collinwood, he killed us with shots like that right there.
He nailed the 3 right we took on it. Now he's got 7.
That's the 7 there. He's a fine-looking young player for Collinwood. Just had a bad night tonight thus far. Attribute that to Summertown defense. As Mike Ginn says, I can shoot that shot just like anyone can here.
Showing his touch from the baseline.
That's his 10th point on the night. Another quiet 10 for Mike. Just get out there and do the job.
You can count on it every night from Mike Ginn.
That's another steal for Jason Campbell. Give it up. He lays it up. Didn't quite get it. As he was fouled by number 10, Ron Mcwilliams. That should be his first foul of the night. SN Good back to the line to shoot 2. With a score of 78-51 with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Jason Campbell be at the line for Summertown.
That's 5 out of 7 from the line.
5 out of 7. What is 15 points on the night? Is that what it is, Charlie?
Yeah, 15 points. 16 points. He's 6 out of 8 from the line.
75%. That'll win a lot of games right there.
79-51 with 3 minutes remaining.
I don't look to see Mike Ginn have too much more action there, Ed. I'm kind of really surprised he's still in the game.
We probably need to get him out fairly quick. Don't want to risk no injury to Mike, because Lord knows we got to have him in there. Hardhead Hannah drags the rebound coming down the floor now. There's Mike dribbling once again, showing his ball handling skills. Good look. He thought about it. He gets it into Skinner. He turns. Didn't quite get it. There's Hannah keeping it alive. Skinner goes up. No bounds. Mike fighting. Throwing down all over the board there. there, didn't quite get it down. And here's 33, Greg Burleson. He comes in to replace Mike Jett, just like you said, Brian.
Fine job for Mike Jett tonight. Really a well-played game as we come to expect every game from Mike. He don't never seem to let us down.
Mike has 10 points as we have 5 men in double figures so far tonight.
There's that balance we were talking about, Ed.
That balance attack will win you many a ball game like that, especially when they play good team defense to go along with it. Number 22 is Josh Bryan getting in there. There's Brandon Dixon again. He's getting everything to go now. What happened here? Well, the ball just bounces out the midcourt. I
thought he was going to call a foul. I think Chris Hanna come flying out from under the goal.
But all I seen was our players flying beside him.
And we got a few that'll do that to their home team. They just get in there and get after it.
Collinwood still in their man-to-man defense. They look. Oh, he saw it. Knife hand. Kevin Hanna keeping it alive, and there's one of them, Brian.
He's all over the place, man. Every game he comes in, he leads the league in 4 burns, I guess.
He really gets in there and doesn't really worry about his body. I've seen blood coming from the knees many a time from him. Players like that, you really have to admire the way they get in there. And there's number 10, Mike Lyons, a junior receiving his first action tonight. And here's steal by Ronald Skinner.
Yeah, getting after it tonight.
He's doing a fine job in there thus far. Seems to be feeling a little more comfortable in playing. Collinwood having a little trouble getting the ball in.
That was nice hands on his part a few minutes ago on that catch he made. That was a good hand. Nice pass.
Greg back to pass. He can't find a shot. He finds Mike. Mike lets it go. Didn't quite get it. There's a fine rebound by Jodie Ayers. He's cut off there. Mike getting back to guard him. Ayers pulls up. He nails the shot.
He's just trying to take over now. It's got late in the game, and he's just looking to shoot every time. He's quit running the offense, really.
He has 9 points.
Greg Burleson on the baseline. Drives up, no good. Hard hand Hanna. Up. No bound. He got a bound, didn't quite get it down. And then he fouls. Little frustration foul there. Didn't quite go down, so.
Kevin Hanna under some heavy defensive pressure on those shots under the basket.
Jason Campbell, number 12, goes out of line. So is Ronald Skinner. He's replaced by number 34, Kevin Burleson, and also number 44, Jason Smith.
Let's see, we got
Jason Campbell wound up 16 points.
16 points tonight.
He also had 5 steals to go along with those 16 points. Another fine all-around game by Goob, who loves the prime time. We may have to re-nickname him.
Prime time Jason. Well, we've got a junior and 4 sophomores in there right now.
Yeah, it's a young-looking team for the future, Summertown. These boys don't mind putting it up either. There's Kevin Hanna again. And he gets a player on the back. An awesome rebound.
There ain't too many players around here going to take the ball away from Kevin Hanna after he gets his hands on the ball.
The foul was on number 40, Brandon Dixon. That's his 4th foul. Hanna eyes the mark. He nails the free throw. Good-looking shot that time by Kevin.
Yeah, it looked good. Gets us 80 points for the night.
With a minute 6 to go in the 4th quarter. Kevin hits the second of the free throws there.
81-57.
I see bodies flying everywhere in here. Number 34, Kevin Burleson reaches in, trying to prevent Jodie Ayers from getting that baseline drive. So he picks up his first foul. But we're just waiting for the clock to wind down now. It seems Summertown has things very much in command with, 24-point lead in this
24.
game. Just like the girls' game.
Rebound out by Jason Smith, outlet to Kevin Burleson.
Oh, an intentional foul call.
See, I thought he went after him, man. I really agree with that call.
That's his 4th foul there.
He went after him. He claps him with both hands, one behind, one in front. No way you can get the ball when you do that.
Didn't even make an attempt to disguise it as if he was going for the ball, so I guess the ref has to call that even with 52 seconds left. Kevin misses the first of 2 shots. A little disappointed himself. See if he can step back to the line and nail this one.
Kevin, he's a fine shooter.
There you go.
He loves to get the opportunity to let it fly.
Good pass inside to Jason Smith from Greg Burleson. We get into Jason Smith. He turns, shoots, no good. Goes up, gets the rebound, has it knocked away. Collinwood throws it out of bounds on the other side of the floor.
Good hustle by 14, I think it was. Saving that ball, just didn't quite get it to one of his teammates.
We're down to 30 seconds to go in the game here. Still trying to get some more players in the scoring column here. People won't see their name in the paper. Mcwilliams drives in, didn't quite get it. There's Jason. Goes up, didn't quite get it.
Mcwilliams with the rebound. He's going to get 2 free throws, looks like, out of it.
I think he's going to have a chance to score here.
Oh, Jason, he'll be really disappointed. He's had a couple of chances down there to score a basket. This wouldn't quite fall for him.
Late in the game, we're getting several bodies put on. It's hard to shoot with that body on you like that. Refs tend to let it go a little bit. He's been bumped a couple of times, but I'm sure he didn't even notice that. He's expected to make that shot. There's Kevin Hanna again, fighting for that ball.
Good pass.
Burleson, fake, goes up, fine looking play. Once again, hard-headed. This is how you got hit in the mouth that time, but on the floor, getting the ball.
10 seconds remaining.
And Dixon lets one fly from 3. No good. Rebound Bryan, and there's a... That was a foul, I guess. According to the referee. Jason Smith picks up a foul on that play.
Looked like he got him with a little body. He had both hands on top of the ball. I know that. Well, at least that gives us another chance to score.
Summertown with
The final score, Summertown 85, Collinwood 58. D&D Grocery of Center, David and Diane Bailey, is your one-stop shopping center. Open each day at 5:30 a.m. We have a full-line snack bar with pizza, old-fashioned hamburgers, and snacks. D&D is your headquarters for hunting and fishing equipment and license. Also, D&D is a deer checking station. We have a full line of pipe fittings and nuts and bolts. D&D Grocery in Center. Community Bank and Trust, the Summertown branch, would like to take this opportunity to let the people of Lawrence County know that we appreciate our customers. The Community Bank and Trust offer a complete line of banking service with competitive rates and interest on all money market and certificate deposit accounts, as well as low interest rates on all types of loans. We invite you, the people of Lawrence County, to visit any of our 3 locations and discuss your financial needs with our friendly personnel. Community Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Carl's TV and Movie Rental, located on Nashville Highway in Columbia, has a full line of RCA televisions, from the big 50-inch screen down to the 5.5-inch color monitor. Carl offers RCA video camcorders at affordable prices, also a full line of VCRs and accessories. Carl's TV has movie rentals suitable for the entire family, open till 9 each night. Hughes Grocery on Highway 43 and Hughes Cash and Carry on Highway 20. Wayne and Linda Hughes are the owners. These stores offer a full line of groceries, gas, diesel fuel, and kerosene. They feature a hot deli with hot coffee, sausage biscuits, and ham and biscuits, corn dogs, and sandwiches made to order. They also have pocket knives, gifts, and toys. The Cash and Carry Market, Highway 20, is also a deer checking station. We have video rentals at 3 for $5 each day. Wayne and Linda open from 4:30 to 8 p.m. 6 days a week and 9 to 6 on Sunday. Poor Girls Restaurant has recently been acquired by new owners. We're open at 5 a.m. for breakfast each morning, and we're open throughout the day for lunch and dinner. Poor Girls specialize in Italian food, and we also have a regular menu. So come on in and give us a try. Poor Girls Restaurant.
To give a scoring rundown in tonight's boys game, for Collinwood, Bryan Cruz led the way with 18 points before fouling out in the third quarter. John Brewer had 1 point. Jodie Ayers, 9 points, many coming late in the quarter. Josh Bryan had 8 points. Bill Reagan had 2 had 3 points. Brandon Dixon had 17 points, a really fine showing for the young player. And also Ronnie Mcwilliams contributed 2 points. For Summertown, Mike Jen has 10 points. Jason Bertram, 10 points. Kelly Clark, 2 points with a fine game from the point guard position. Jason Burleson with 13 points, another fine all-around game. Chris Hanna, 2 points off the bench. Greg Burleson, 2. Kevin Hanna, 2. Mike Lyons, 1. Kevin Burleson, 1. And Ronald Skinner, 2. Jason Campbell off the bench with 16 big points. And Summertown was led in scoring tonight by Chris Air with 24 points. Tonight we're here with 3 of the stars of the Summertown Eagles basketball team, Jason Burleson, Jason Bertram, and Kelly Clark. Fellas, we had a pretty good game against Collinwood tonight. Were you surprised at the way Collinwood came out and played a zone defense against you, Jason?
No, we was expecting something like that, because we went up there, we figured they couldn't stay with us with a man-to-man. We put it in the boot and everything, and we figured their place is on.
How does it feel to be an 8th grader? I know everybody in the world is asking you this question here. How does it feel to be playing on the high school basketball team in a district as competitive as what the district we're playing in is?
I love it. They treat me just like I'm another player on the ball team, and I just think it's great.
Jason, do you have extra pressure on yourself, or do you just it's just like another game to you? Or I'm sure it's probably better now, but like toward the first of the season, how did it feel?
I felt like I had to go out and show a little bit, what I had to do and everything. But I don't feel like I got to score points stuff. I feel like, I'm just an 8th grader. I just go out and do my job, which is to pass and give up the ball and hit with it, score by 8 points game, and that's about it. That's what I figure I have to do.
Sometimes you've been called upon to play the point guard position. How do you feel about playing that as reference to the wing position?
It's a little bit harder. It's a little tougher handling the ball, and I get the ball stowed away from me some because I don't ever get down and play it real good. I always stay up. I'm a little lazy on it, and I like wing a lot better though.
Over at Perry County, when Kelly got in foul trouble, we thought you really did a good job when you came to the point and handled their pressure, and I think I speak for everybody in saying you hadn't looked like an 8th grader this year. You've really contributed to the team.
Yeah, we think you've done a very fine job, and congratulations on a good ball game tonight. So let's slide in here and talk to Jason Bertram now. Jason, you've been converted into what we consider a center this year on the offensive end of the floor and also on the defense. What do you think about playing inside against, no offense to you, but you're not the tallest center around the league this year?
I heard that. It's hard getting in with them big men because I'm just about 5'11", and last week we played Spring Hill, and they got like 6'6", 6'5" guys, and I guess I was going around them. I just put the ball on the floor and go around him instead of trying to power it up on him.
Would you rather go out and play the wing position some, or do you enjoy the limelight, getting all the passes in there and scoring?
I kind of like getting the passes and scoring. I mean, tonight they packed in, a 2-3 zone. They had a person behind me and in front of me, and it was kind of hard to score, so I just was giving it up. And that was my job, and we won, so I'll do it as long as we win.
What's the key for Summertown and when they're facing a zone like we saw tonight or the other night up at Spring Hill?
Mainly hitting the outside shot, the perimeter shot, about 10 foot. I mean, I know our man can hit it. That's why there's no problem with it. I think we should even pray people to play us a 2-3 zone, even though man too, because we can really play with anybody. I think in the mid-state even. I think we got a very good team.
You're 5-0 in the district right now. With 3 games left coming down the stretch, we've got 2 in Waynesboro coming up. Y'all see that y'all can hang with them pretty well.
Yeah, I heard they got a pretty big guy, about 6'6", 6'7", or 6'5", somewhere around in there, scoring a lot of points. But I think, they're always competitive, and we'll probably have a hard time with them. But I think we can beat them.
Do you want to make any bold preseason predictions here?
No, I'm taking the Fifth Amendment on that one.
Well, Jason, you've had a real good year thus far and did another fine job tonight. You weren't the high scorer, but like you said, it wasn't your job to score tonight. It was to distribute the ball and play defense. We want to continue to wish you the success and good luck to the team. Let me slide on in here.
Good job, Jason.
Get Kelly in. Kelly, Last year, as I remember, you were the backup wing man for backing up Greg Ivey and other wing players, and you were called upon to score a lot more when you came into the lineup. This year, you've been moved to the point guard. Has that been a difficult adjustment for you?
Yeah, it was rough, but I worked real hard this summer, and Coach has been on me hard all year about getting down low and protecting the ball. I try to do the best I can.
Well, you certainly developed patience out there, I guess is the word. At first of the year, you seem to be a little wild, no offense to you there, but you've really settled down and starting to control the team more. Also, I've noticed an improvement in your defense. Have you been working a lot on that?
Yeah, I got a little quicker. We worked real hard on weights this summer, and that helped us a lot there.
Well, Kelly, what do you feel like is the key or been the secret to Summertown's success this year? I mean, we're 9-2 now, and as you probably know, everybody said we'd be near the bottom this year, but we seem to be surprising everyone.
Well, we've been protecting the ball, and Mike and Chris have rebounded real well because we ain't the biggest team, but they block out real good, and we've showed good patience on offense, and our offense gets us good shots.
What do you think the key to, you face Waynesboro next Saturday night, and you've not seen them yet. What do you think the key, or what are y'all working on now, and how you plan to attack them?
Well, we hadn't really worked on them yet. We'll have to stop penetration from the wing man and keep the ball away from the big man and block out.
Well, Kelly, we know you probably, everybody wants to score, but you've really done a good job of distributing the ball and running the offense, and you're a real key to our success this year, and we're just real proud for you for the job you've done for us this year.
Once again, join us on our program now, as he does after every home ball game, Coach G. McBee, the head coach of the Summertown Eagles. And Coach, welcome back to our program. You had a fairly easy time with the Collinwood team tonight. Tell us what your impressions of the games were.
Well, Ed, truthfully, we thought we could win this game, and we were concentrating on doing everything right, running our offense with a little more patience than we've shown before, and I thought we did, playing just straight up hard defense and doing the things that we could do. We felt like we were a little deeper. I wanted to play more people tonight earlier, and I did, and everything just went well for us. Boy, it's nice to be at home.
Yeah, it's one thing to play in this Summertown gym here, isn't it?
Well, we've been away 5 straight games, and now we've got 5 straight games at home, I believe, and it's a lot easier to play at home.
Did Collinwood surprise you by coming out in the 1-3-1 defense tonight?
I knew that they were going to be in a backup zone. I didn't know what it would be. I figured it would probably be a matchup of some type. No, they didn't really surprise us, but I don't know. We were expecting something similar.
Coach, since our last game, you mentioned our 5 road games. Would you tell us a little bit about maybe the big win over at Perry County or up at Spring Hill? We know it's really tough to play at either place.
Boy, it really is, and they were big wins, especially that game at Perry County, where we haven't won, as you guys know, we haven't won many games in the 10 years that I've been here. And it was really a hard-fought game. We have a tough time with Perry County primarily because they force us into a tempo on offense that we don't want to be in, and we get in a little rush and we miss shots. And we weathered the storm. We hung on and hung on and hung on. And I kept saying, hey, look, just hang on. Something good will happen. And it did. Chris, we got an intentional foul on the dunk, and we hit 6 straight points there. And then we came up with a steal and got ahead by Jason Burleson and Mike Gent on a real nice break and got us ahead. And we showed toughness in that. The game at Spring Hill I was particularly pleased with because it was against a very big, physical, strong team that we have trouble with because of our size. But I thought we did a great job rebounding and playing, taking the ball inside and scoring against them. So they were big games, and we were real pleased with them.
Coach, you're 5-0 in the district now. Is that beyond your wildest dreams at the first of the season?
Far beyond. I thought there was a possibility that we might win as many as 3 games. And, we've won 5. I think we can win 8 games if we get after it and play. We've got Waynesboro twice. We've got them home and away, and we've got Clifton here in our last 3. And of course, Clifton. Both those teams are strong, and Clifton particularly, they were picked to win the whole thing. They were picked as one of the top teams in the state, and so it's really a good situation that we're in right now.
How are you going to attack this Waynesboro team? We've heard rumors that they have a new player in that's a big kid. He's been doing a good job for them, and also we hear that Jared Bogus will be back with them pretty soon.
We know their personnel fairly well. We know what they're going to do pretty well. We've played them so much, and we've played them so much this summer. We did a lot of work against them this summer. And we know that we're going to have to really do a good job of keeping them away from the backboard. We're going to have to do a good job to keep their power game out of the lane, and we're going to have to score when we get it, because they're going to more than likely pack in their defense, and we're going to have to hit the little jumper from outside and things like that. We're just going to have to play tough.
Well, we want to congratulate you on another win tonight, and especially for this season. I don't want to put any more pressure on you, but the first of the season, we were kind of like you, where we were surprised if you were going to win 3, but now we expect you to win all 8 of them. And so do most of the fans around here. We're really getting behind this team.
Yes, everybody's excited.
The gym's starting to fill up once again.
Right, it's great. The atmosphere is great. And if the people who watch this program want to feel that, they need to come out here and see us. It's really, really great. We're having a big concert. The kids are all excited tonight and after the game, and everything's just going good.
Well, we want to say once again, congratulations, and thanks for stopping by and visiting with us.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much, Ed and Bryan.
Also joining us tonight for the post-game show is Coach Phil Willard, the head coach of the Collinwood Trojans, and welcome to the program, Coach.
Well, thank you, Eddie. It's not so nice to be here, I guess, would be the thing to say. They've got a great ball club, and Coach McBee does a great job, and no one really expected their team to be as tough as they are, but they're outstanding. 6-0 in the district now, and looking for the district championship, Eddie, and it's a phenomenal job by senior leadership from Chris Kidd and Mike Jen have just, to me, provided the spark for them out here.
Coach, you seem to have this is your first year at Collinwood under the boys' directionship here, and you seem to have a young ball club. We don't know the classification. Are they a young team?
Yes, Eddie, they're very young. We've got 3 freshmen that are playing a lot for us, and 2 sophomores, and 1 junior, and just only 2 seniors on our ball club. And we're trying to rebuild our program and start young and teach, and hopefully they'll get experience and be able to come on down the road for us. But I look for it to be, realistically, a couple of years before we're able to come in a place like this and play.
Well, Coach, you've probably been around the district and seen all the teams. Where do you think this Summertown team, how do they compare with other teams in the district, in your opinion?
As far as team play, no other team can compare to them. Of course, Clifton has the Churchwills and great athletic ability. Summertown and Clifton in the district finals, to me, would be a classic matchup and would go down to the wire. I think it would be a game that would go down to the buzzer possibly.
Well, in making the move over to Collinwood, how are you handling that transition period there, Phil? You've been a girls coach last year, and now it's the game a lot different.
It is. Girls basketball and boys basketball are really not to me the same sport. Of course, basketball, the way that it's played in the girls' league is tough, and there's great teams, but the game's slower. You have more time to react to situations and to make adjustments from the bench in certain spots, and it's really tough. And going against the boys' coaches in the league probably is tougher from top to bottom. All over, there's probably more outstanding boys' coaches, even though there's some great girls' coaches. I won't deny that. But, coming in and coaching against a McBee and then Edwards over at Waynesboro, that's really tough. Dwight Clark over at Richland and all these KGO pros makes it pretty tough. But the boys' game is, if you have a mental breakdown, a player has a mental breakdown, there's no recovery at all, no time. It's they're going to score a basket on you.
Referring to tonight's ball game, what do you think was the key? You came out and did a good job, we thought, in the first half of controlling Summertown. You were in the game, and all of a sudden I looked up and we were ahead by 20 points. Was there a key factor in that game?
Eddie, I believe all year long we have made turnovers in spots that, if you're just looking at it from the sideline, it's really hard to understand, maybe why we'd make a turnover like that. And you analyze it and hash it over, and really what I would put a finger on, just the fact that we lose our composure. Youth, has a lot to do with that, and our guys have never been in a good program. They've had a coaching turnover down there every year, and there's no, we're not really solid with the ball like Summertown is. So, in crucial spots, and they've got great pressure defense, and we just eventually break, and when it happens, it's like water going over the dam,
Well, tonight, when y'all were able to get the ball down the floor and get it in the hands of Bryan Cruz, it seems like he had a real strong game for y'all tonight until he got in some early foul trouble.
Yes, he's an outstanding player. He's one of our seniors. We've got two, and I hate to lose Bryan because he is a great basketball player. I would say he would be, at the top of the district as far as talent and ability, and just a super individual. If we get the ball into Cruz, and we've been able to do that against some people, we're usually in the ball game. We've had some tough losses. Lost to Waynesboro by 1 and Santa Fe by 2 up there, and Tishomingo by 10 the other night, even though the game was 2-4 most of the way. We cannot seem to make the pass when we need to make the pass and do things right. But in half-court basketball, sometimes we're going to be okay, and then we'll seem to make a turnover and let the other team go down like Kidd did in a couple of situations.
Quick prediction here, Coach. How do you think your team's going to finish in the district standings?
Well, we're going to, I guess, hit dead bottom, Eddie. I hate to say it, but the other teams are just ahead of us. They have, I think their skill level is higher, and our kids are putting out and playing hard. But realistically, Clifton and Summertown are outstanding. Perry County and Wayne County are good too, and very hard to beat, especially with a youthful ball club like we have. Next season, I think we'll be a better team, probably, even though we lose a good senior. And the year after, I really feel like we'll maybe contend, maybe be up toward the top of the district, hopefully.
Well, we want to thank you for stopping by, and we think you're doing a good job down in Collinwood. We know you got a rough situation as far as the youth goes down there, but I see improvement. I went and watched the Waynesboro game, and y'all have improved a whole lot since then. We want to continue to wish you the success that you have.
Well, thank you, Eddie. Nice to be here. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you. We hope you've enjoyed the night's telecast of the Summertown High School basketball game. Our next telecast will be of the Waynesboro basketball games, which will be played next Saturday night here at Summertown. So for Channel 10 Sports, signing off for Charlie Mabry, Mickey Mabry, Eddie Talley, and Brian Long, I'm Eddie Stedman, and we thank you.